My voice is audible? Anyone please reply me. I am audible? Yes. Okay. So our subject is instrumentation and control. In yesterday's lecture, uh, subject introduction, syllabus introduction, and introduction of first unit, that is in introduction of pressure and temperature measurement is covered. So today we have start this mechanical measurement. So need of mechanical measurement and definition of measurement and standards. So study of function of different component which compresses particular system to check the validity of design, also to test the product for quality, then evaluate responses of the system to particular input and study performance of system. Also the study basic laws of nature and find out any fault in theory. Also to monitor the data and to make new inventions for practical use. So mechanical measurement, in that instrumentation. In mechanical industry, instrumentation is the basic concept or basic point of this industry. In that human senses can't provide exact quantitative information about event occurring. That's why due to stringent requirement of precise and accurate measurement, new mechanical aids, that is instrument and its development. Okay. Then instruments are essential extensions of human sensing and preparation. Okay. Instrument senses physical parameter like pressure, temperature, velocity, and translate into format and range that can be interpreted by observer. ठीक आहे. कुठलंही इन्स्ट्रुमेंट घेतलं तर त्याची एक प्रोसेस असते, त्याची एक थिअरी असते. ते पहिल्यांदा काय करतं, चेक करतं, कॅलिबर करतं, कन्वर्ट करतं आणि ऑब्झर्वरला ते डिस्प्ले करतं विथ द हेल्प ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल्स. Then instrument also provide control by which operator can obtain, manipulate, respond to the information. Okay. Man-made instruments are not only accurate and sensitive in their response, but also retain their characteristics for extended period of time. So instrument may be quite simple, such as liquid in glass thermometer, or extremely compact, such as device to sense the psychological reaction of man during space in flight. ठीक आहे. सो डिस्प्लेवरती आहे आपल्या मेकॅनिकल मेजरमेंट. सो नीड ऑफ मेकॅनिकल मेजरमेंट, रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ मेकॅनिकल मेजरमेंट, और नीड ऑफ मेजरमेंट also need of instrumentation in any industry. Then next point is definition of measurement. This point is already covered in yesterday's lecture. Today I am just take a review. So measurement defined as the process of obtaining a quantitative comparison between a predefined standard. म्हणजे आपल्याला एका बारची लेंथ मेजर करायची आहे, तो अननोन क्वांटिटी आहे. तर आपण एक स्टँडर्ड क्वांटिटी फॉर एक्झाम्पल स्टील रूल किंवा स्टील टेप ने तो मेजर करणार आणि त्याच्याशी कंपेअर करणार. इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज मेजरमेंट. देन नेक्स्ट पॉईंट इज अ डेफिनेशन ऑफ स्टँडर्ड. व्हॉट इज मीन बाय स्टँडर्ड? आता जे आपण स्टील रूल वगैरे यूज करणार आहे ते ॲक्युरेट आहे का नाही, त्याची ॲक्युरसी कशी चेक करायची किंवा ते करेक्ट आहे का नाही हे कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं. तर BIS ब्युरो ऑफ इंडिया स्टँडर्ड, ISI इंटरनॅशनल स्टँडर्ड ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन, ह्या ज्या ऑर्गनायझेशन आहेत हे स्टँडर्ड डिफाईन करतात. दो स्टँडर्ड इज अ व्हॅल्यू ऑफ सम क्वांटिटी which is set up and established by authority as a rule for measurement of quantity. Okay, then next is why measurement. तर मेजरमेंट का करायचं किंवा मेजरमेंटची गरज का आहे? सो टू इम्प्रूव्ह द क्वालिटी ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट, टू इम्प्रूव्ह द इफिशियन्सी ऑफ प्रोडक्शन अँड टू मेंटेन द प्रॉपर ऑपरेशन. ठीक आहे. फर्स्ट पॉईंट इज टू इम्प्रूव्ह द क्वालिटी ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. Before any design or manufacturing the component or product, basic measurement is required. तुम्ही कुठलाही कॉम्पोनंट किंवा पार्ट मॅन्युफॅक्चर करायच्या अगोदर त्याचा पहिल्यांदा डिझाईन करायचं. म्हणजे आपल्या डोक्यामध्ये पहिल्यांदा एक आयडिया तयार येते, त्याच्यानंतर ते आपण ड्रॉइंगवरती घेतो विथ डायमेन्शन. त्या डायमेन्शनमध्ये घेताना आपण ॲड करताना आपण लिमिट्स, फिट्स अँड टॉलरन्स ह्या कन्सेप्ट यूज करतो, जेणेकरून तो कॉम्पोनंट ज्या ठिकाणी फिटिंग यूज करणार आहेत, असेंबल होणार आहे, त्या ठिकाणी तो व्यवस्थित लिमिट्स, फिट्स अँड टॉलरन्सला टॅली होईल. नेक्स्ट, टू इम्प्रूव्ह द इफिशियन्सी ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. विदाउट डायमेन्शन you do not manufacture any component or part because your production rate is also decreases and loss is increases due to rejection rates. Then to maintain the proper operation, okay, you have to manufacture a pen. You have to manufacture a pen. First you manufacture the upper cap, lower cap and middle part of the pen. Then three components are manufactured in different industries and collect in come to the one industry with assembly. So at the time of assembly you have to attach fill, first refill, then first part, middle part and then upper part. These are the complete assembly. So this operation sequence is fixed, that's why rejection ratio is decreases. Okay, then why instrumentation? Instrumentation ची काय गरज आहे? सो आपल्याला कुठलाही डाटा ट्रान्सफर करायचा असेल, सेव्ह करायचा असेल किंवा स्टोअर करायचा असेल किंवा ते कन्वर्ट करून त्याच्यामधून आपल्याला आउटपुट घ्यायचं असेल तर आपण इन्स्ट्रुमेंटेशनची गरज आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये बेसिक जे इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहेत स्टील रूल पासून, म्हणजे प्रायमरी स्टेजचे इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहेत. स्टील रूल त्याच्या आपण डायमेन्शन मेजर करतो, लेंथ वगैरे. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये डायरेक्ट कॉम्प्रेशन आणि इनडायरेक्ट कॉम्प्रेशन या दोन कन्सेप्ट आहेत. इन दॅट डायरेक्ट कॉम्प्रेशन मेथड instrumentation मध्ये the value of physical parameters measured is determined by comparing directly it with reference standards. ठीक आहे. आपण काय करतो, एक अननोन डायमेन्शन मेजर करतो विथ द हेल्प ऑफ स्टँडर्ड क्वांटिटीनं. हे झालं डायरेक्ट कॉम्प्रेशन मेथडमध्ये. द फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज लाईक मास, लेंथ अँड टाइम, दीज आर द फिजिकल क्वांटिटी लाईक मास, length and time are measured by direct compression. Okay, direct compression involves human senses or human factors also, but it has limitations as compared to the instrument. Direct compression method has limitations or less accuracy. indirect compression, for example, measurement of length of bar. Okay. Then next is a indirect measurement or indirect compression. In that indirect measurement or indirect compression method, you have to use some form of transducing devices which then collectively form measurement system. Means the value of physical parameters is commonly determined by indirect compression with secondary standard through calibration. Okay, you have to check direct compression method, and in indirect measurement, after completing your dimension, you have to calibrate your dimension with standard. The measured is converted into an analog signal which is subsequently proceed and feed to end device that present the result of measurement in the form of displacement on scale or chart or digital readout. Okay, डायरेक्ट कॉम्प्रेशन मेथड मध्ये आपण फिजिकली डायमेन्शन चेक करतो किंवा ह्यूमन सेन्स मध्ये टेम्परेचर वगैरे सेन्स करतो. बट इन इनडायरेक्ट मेजरमेंट ऑन इनडायरेक्ट कॉम्प्रेशन, final result is display on scale with numerical value or digital value. Okay, so in that three types of measurement, first is primary measurement, secondary measurement and tertiary measurement. Okay, primary measurement, secondary measurement and tertiary measurement. So complexity of the instrument depends upon the type of measured and accuracy level desired. Means based upon the complexity of measurement system, the measurements are generally grouped into three categories, namely the primary, secondary and tertiary measurement. Then in primary measurement system, in this type of measurement, physical parameter is determined by comparing it directly with reference standards. Okay, for example, they determine the length of bar by matching with steel or fiber ruler. Use of beam balance to measure masses. Okay, means you have to take Weybridge to measure the masses. These are the primary measurement. Also, primary measurement provide only the subjective information, means involves human senses which has limitations. Also, the frequent measurement is tremendous and time consuming test. So primary measurement is less preferred method because of less accuracy. Okay, then secondary measurement system, this is indirect measurement, involve one translation, are called as secondary measurement system. In that, indirect methods make comparing with a standard through use of calibrating system. म्हणजे काय इनडायरेक्ट मेथड मध्ये काय करतो आपण, अगोदर घेतलेले डायमेन्शन एका स्टँडर्ड डायमेन्शनशी कंपेअर करतो, त्याच्यानंतर कॅलिब्रेशन सिस्टमची यूज करतो. ते दॅट इज an empirical relation is establishing between measurement actually make and the result that is desired. Also, then other one example, the conversion of pressure into displacement. Okay, the conversion of pressure into displacement, for example bellow, and conversion of force into displacement, for example spring. Conversion of force into displacement, for example spring. These are the example of secondary measurement. Then tertiary measurement. In tertiary measurement involving two conversion is called as tertiary measurement, means primary and secondary measurements involving tertiary measurement. For example, Bourdon pressure gauge, Bourdon tube pressure gauge, mechanical pressure gauge. In that static pressure, in Bourdon tube pressure gauge, in that static pressure is applied to the Bourdon tube. It is free and deflect. I show the Bourdon tube diagram. See, this is the Bourdon tube diagram. So when static pressure is applied to the Bourdon tube here, pressure is applied to the here, and its free end, this is free end, deflects with deflection which constitutes secondary signal is very small and needs to made larger for display and reading. When applying air pressure here, this air goes to the this free end, and free end connected to the rack and pinion arrangement, and this rack and pinion arrangement is connected to the pointer. When you are applying pressure on this tube, this rack and pinion arrangement, this pointer move slightly. Okay. Task is accomplished by arrangement of lever, quadrant, gearing and pointer. Here gear arrangement is there. Then amplified displacement constitutes tertiary signal which is indicated by movement of pointer, again graduated scale. Then next one is a contact and non-contact type of measurement. These are the primary measurement, secondary measurement and tertiary measurement. Okay. See the primary measurement, secondary, for example bellow, displacement converted into pressure. Tertiary measurement, for example Bourdon tube, see the diagram, Bourdon tube. Then started our the first point, generalized measurement system. As the discussion of yesterday's lecture, I request all of you to draw this diagram within 2 minutes, generalized measurement system. I request all of you to draw this diagram, generalized measurement system, within 2 minutes. See, this is the block diagram of generalized measurement system. When any instrument, any machine working in that process only, means physical quantity to be measured, primary sensing element, variable converging element. These are the first stage. In first stage, transducer or sensor or transducer stage. Second, variable manipulation element, data transmission element, and data processing. These are the intermediate stage. And third stage is the data presenting element, and finally the observer. Okay. So in that, first physical quantity to be measured. Okay. This primary function of the first stage is to detect or sense the measure. The primary sensing element receives signals of the physical quantity to be measured as an input. It converts the signal to a suitable form, means electrical, mechanical or other form, so that it becomes easier for other element of the measurement system to either convert or manipulate it. First element is there. Second, variable conversion element. In that stage, variable conversion elements convert the output of primary sensing element to a more suitable form. It is used only if necessary. Then third, variable manipulation element. In that, manipulates and amplifies the output of variable conversion element. It also removes noise if present in the signal. Okay. Then data transmission element. Next one is the data processing element or transmission element. It processes the data signal received from the variable manipulation element and produces suitable output. In that, data processing element also be used to compare the measured value with the standard value to produce required output. Then next one is a data transmission system. In that, data transmission system receive the all data of data processing element, and this is simply transmitting the data from one element to the another. Like it acts the communication link between different elements of the measurement system. This data transmission system play a role only the communication link between different elements of the measurement system. Some of the data transmission element used as cables, wireless antennas, transducers, telemetry system, etc. Then next point is data presentation element. Here in data presentation element, display our final output or final reading with the help of numerical value, digital signal. Also, LED display are most commonly used for the data presenting element in many measurement system. So it receives process signal from data processing element and present the data in a human readable form. Human readable form means is display our final data in numerical value. Okay. So these are the total description of generalized measurement system. Generalized measurement system, this is our first point of this first chapter. Okay. Then second point is instrument characteristics. So in that instrument characteristics, there are divided in two categories. First one is static characteristics and second is dynamic characteristics. Okay. So in static characteristics, the quantity like measure that is measured are constant or varies very slowly with time, then the type of measure related to static characteristics. Okay. So static and dynamic. In that, in static characteristics, range and span, accuracy, errors, calibration, hysteresis and dead zone, drift, precision and repeatability, threshold and resolution, linearity are included. And in dynamic characteristics, also speed of response and measuring leg, fidelity and dynamic error, overshoot, dead time and dead zone, and frequency responses. Each support is there. So in instrument characteristics, main two categories: static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. Okay. See the what is meant by static characteristics? Applicable to a system where quantities to be measured are constant or very slowly change with time. Okay. Static म्हणजे काय दिले बघा, applicable to a system where quantities to be measured are constant or very slowly change with time. Then normally static characteristics of a measurement system are those that must be considered when the system or equipment is used to measure a condition not varying with respect to the time. म्हणजे रिस्पेक्ट टू द टाइमला म्हणजे मॉर्निंग सेशन, आफ्टरनून सेशन आणि इव्हिनिंग सेशन. टेम्परेचर कमी जास्त असतं. मॉर्निंगला टेम्परेचर कमी असतं, आफ्टरनून टेम्परेचर जास्त असतं, इव्हिनिंगला टेम्परेचर कमी असतं. So our dimensions are not changed with respect to the time. This is called as static characteristics. Then second instrument characteristic आहे dynamic. So in that dynamic characteristics applicable to a system where quantities to be measured very rapidly with time. Okay. Means in dynamic characteristics you have to measure different quantity with and these different quantity changes with respect to the time. Then there are many phenomena which can be conveniently described by the static response, while on the other hand there are phenomena which can only be reported by the dynamic response. Means static response here gives the difference between the static response and dynamic response. The overall performance of the system many times can be evaluated by semi-qualitative superposition of static and dynamic characteristics. Okay. ठीक है. Any doubt? Any problem? काही शंका आहे का? These are the some definitions and basic concept of instrumentation related to measurement. First one is readability, means readability. First one is readability. Combination of two words, read and ability. These terms indicate the closeness with which the scale of instrument may be read. For example, instrument with 30 centimeter scale has a higher readability than that of 50 centimeter scale. Okay, means 15 centimeter scale is available, also 30 centimeter scale is available. So 15 centimeter scale is maximum taking reading as a 15 centimeter and 30 centimeter scale taking maximum reading as a 30 centimeter. This is the readability of this instrument. Second definition or second concept is least count. Least count means any instrument measure minimum this value. This is called as least count. Means it is the smallest difference between two indications that can be detected on the instrument scale. Okay. So least count of vernier caliper is 0.02 and micrometer is 0.01. म्हणजे कमीत कमी वर्नियर कॅलिपरने आपण 0.02 mm पर्यंत मेजर करू शकतो आणि सॉरी वर्नियरने आणि मायक्रोमीटरने 0.01 पर्यंत आपण मेजर करू शकतो. दिस इज द लिस्ट काउंट ऑफ वर्नियर अँड मायक्रोमीटर. ओके. देन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज range of this instrument. It represents the highest possible value that can be measured by an instrument. ठीक आहे. म्हणजे 30 सेंटीमीटरची स्केल असेल तर त्याची रेंज काय असणार 0 to 30 सेंटीमीटर. द स्केल इज मेजर 0 to 30 सेंटीमीटर डिस्टन्स ओनली. ओके. देन एरर. Instrument error related to the instrument. It is difference between the true value and the result. Difference between the true value and the result. Okay. एरर म्हणजे काय असतं, आपण जे रीडिंग घेतो ते रीडिंग घेतलेलं रीडिंग आणि ॲक्च्युअल रीडिंग याच्यामधला जो काही गॅप आहे इज कॉल्ड एज एरर. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज अ कॅलिब्रेशन. आता कॅलिब्रेशन ही कन्सेप्ट काय आहे बघा. इट इज वाइडली यूज इन इंडस्ट्रीज, ऑल्सो सेटिंग और करेक्टिंग ऑफ अ मेजरिंग डिवाइस और अ बेस लेवल usually by adjusting to match or conform to a dependently known value or act of checking or adjusting the accuracy of measuring instrument. ठीक आहे. आता कॅलिब्रेशन म्हणजे काय, बेसिक एक्झाम्पल घेतो. स्केल घेतली आपण, स्केल यूज करून करून त्याच्यावरचे जे काय मार्किंग आहे ते रिमूव्ह होतं किंवा निघून जातं. ते आपण त्यानंतर 1-2 वर्षानंतर परत रीडिंग घ्यायला गेलो आपण तर ते येणारे डायमेन्शन आहे ते ॲक्युरेट येत नाही. ते इन्स्ट्रुमेंट, ती स्केल ॲज पर स्टँडर्ड आहे का नाही ह्याची प्रोसेस म्हणजे कॅलिब्रेशन. द प्रोसिजर अडॉप्टेड टू प्रूव्ह द ॲबिलिटी ऑफ मेजरिंग सिस्टीम टू मेजर रिलायबली इज कॉल्ड एज कॅलिब्रेशन. ठीक आहे. म्हणजे एका इन्स्ट्रुमेंटने आपण रीडिंग घेतलं, ते रीडिंग स्टँडर्डशी कम्पेअर करायचं किंवा स्टँडर्डशी परत कम्पेअर करून चेक करायचं की घेतलेलं रीडिंग बरोबर आहे की नाही. म्हणजे ते जर रीडिंग घेतलेलं बरोबर असेल तर आपण ज्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटने घेतलं आहे ते इन्स्ट्रुमेंट ओके आहे. त्या प्रोसेसला म्हणतात कॅलिब्रेशन. ओके. इन दिस प्रोसेस नोन व्हॅल्यूज ऑफ इनपुट आर फीड टू द सिस्टीम अँड द करस्पॉन्डिंग आउटपुट is measured. A graph related the output with input is plotted, which is known as calibration curve. During the process of experimentation, known values of input magnitude are fed and the corresponding output is measured. This graph is plotted, input and output with the help of calibrated value. Plot of output against the input is drawn and is called as calibration graph. This graph is called as calibration graph. Next, hysteresis. Next definition is hysteresis. See the accuracy error with the help of hysteresis. An instrument is said to be exhibit hysteresis when there is a difference in reading depending on whether the value of measured quantity approach from higher value from the lower value. means comparison of lower value to the higher value is called as hysteresis. Then next definition is sensitivity. Sensitivityची बेसिक कन्सेप्ट म्हणजे यू हॅव टू टेक अ डायल गेज जर आपण चेक केला सरफेस फिनिशचा आपण सरफेस फिनिश चेक करायचं असेल तर आपण काय करतो एक मेटॅलिक प्लेटवरती वन पॉईंट टू अदर पॉईंट दिस डायल गेज स्लाइटली मूव ठीक आहे डायल गेज जेव्हा आपण स्लाइटली मूव करतो तेव्हा तो डायल गेजचा जो पॉइंटर आहे तो पॉइंटर आफ्टर युजिंग 2 to 5 years this pointer is again loose. That's why this sensitivity is decreases. So the ratio of linear movement of pointer on the instrument to the change the measured variable causing the motion or is the ratio of the magnitude output quantity response to the magnitude is the input quantity. ठीक आहे आपण इन्स्ट्रुमेंटने काही डायमेन्शन चेक केले किंवा मेजर केले तर त्याच्यामधून ते डायमेन्शन घेतल्यानंतर आपल्याला डिस्प्लेला येईपर्यंत जो काय टाइम लागतो जो काय रिस्पॉन्स असतो दिस कॉल्ड एज सेन्सिटिव्हिटी ऑफ इन्स्ट्रुमेंट. देन रिझॉल्युशन और डिस्क्रिमेंटेशन. Resolution or discrimination. It is the smallest increment of input signal that a measuring system is capable of displaying. ठीक आहे आपण जे इनपुट सिग्नल घेतो त्याच्यानुसार तो डेटा ट्रान्समिट करून डिस्प्ले केला जातो. दिस रिझॉल्युशन इज डिफाइन द स्मॉलेस्ट मेजरेबल इनपुट चेंजेस व्हाईल थ्रेशोल्ड डिफाइन द स्मॉलेस्ट मेजरेबल इनपुट. ठीक आहे म्हणजे रेग्युलर वर्नियर कॅलिपर आणि डिजिटल वर्नियर कॅलिपर. ठीक आहे हे डिजिटल वर्नियर कॅलिपर आहे त्याचं रिझॉल्युशन काय असतं आपण डायमेन्शन घेतल्यानंतर ते लिस्ट काउंटचा फॉर्म्युला यूज करून त्याच्यामध्ये मेन स्केल रिडिंग वर्नियर स्केल रिडिंग आणि मॅचिंग पॉईंट टाकून कन्वर्ट करून जे डिस्प्ले केले जातं ते झालं फायनल रिडिंग. तर ते डिस्प्ले करायला जो काही टाइम लागतो रिस्पॉन्स इज कॉल्ड एज रिझॉल्युशन. देन नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज अ थ्रेशोल्ड. Threshold measured when the input is varied from 0 while the resolution is measured when the input is varied from the arbitrary non-zero value. Then next one is a repeatability. Repeatability means you have to take dimension again and again. Then after each dimension display the same reading or same value is called as repeatability. It is defined as the ability of measuring system to reproduce output reading when the same input is applied to it continuously under the same condition and the same direction. Okay? Then reproducibility. It is defined as degree of closeness with which the same one sec. Reproducibility. It is defined as the degree of closeness with which the same value of a variable may be measured at different times. And then next, this is I think this is the last definition, linearity. Okay, linearity means a measuring system is said to be linear if the output is linearly proportional to the input. It's called as linearity. Also, the linear system can be easily calibrated, while calibration of non-linear system is tedious, cumbersome, and time consuming. Most of the system require a linear behavior as it is a desirable. That is, output is linearly proportional to input. Means output is linearly proportional to output. Okay? Madhuri Parchanrao. 13 minutes are left. Why you are pressing your roll number here? Vaibhav Gaikwad. So I revised today's point covered. First one is a generalized measurement system. In that, see the primary sensing element, variable conversion element, variable manipulation element, data processing element, data transmission system, and data presentation element. Then study the instrument characteristics. In that, in instrument characteristics there are static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. In static characteristics includes range and span, accuracy, error, calibration, hysteresis, drift, dead zone, precision and replayability, threshold and resolution, linearity. Then another instrument characteristics is dynamic characteristics. In that, speed and response, overshoot, dead time and dead zone, frequency and responses. Also see the important definition: readability, list count, range, error, calibration, hysteresis, sensitivity, resolution on discrimination, threshold, repeatability, reproducibility, linearity. Okay. Any doubt, any problem for today's lecture? काही शंका आहे का? Division A,